The Newsday continues here on One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. Senator Cynthia Villar has backed out from the Senate presidential race. Let's get the details from Greg Gregorio, who's reporting to us live from Pasay City. Hello, Greg. Good afternoon. We know Senator Cynthia is a top contender for the Senate presidency. Why did she back out?
Hi, Sean. In an ambush interview with Senator Cynthia Villar earlier, the only thing she mentioned when asked about the Senate presidency is that she's no longer interested in the Senate presidency and that she now supports the Senate presidential bid of her fellow senator, Senator Mig Zubiri. Sean?
All right, so does this mean that Senator Zubiri is now a shoo-in as Senate President? What happens to other people who, have expressed their intentions, such as Win Gatchalian? Or will all the votes be going, or will all the votes of Senator Villar be going to Senator Zubiri?
Sean, with the 8 votes of support from senators to Senator Villar to be considered for the votes or as votes for Senator Mig Zubiri, as well as some votes from his seatmates' team, including Senator Win Gatchalian. In fact, it appears that Senator Mig Zubiri would be able to sit as the Senate President come in the start of the 19th Congress. But factoring in the possibility that any of these senators may still change their minds or their votes until July for the start of the 19th Congress, Senator Mig Zubiri only hopes that nothing else will happen and that he will be able to lead the Senate during the 19th Congress as its Senate President. Sean?
All right, so having said all of that, Greg, is this term sharing proposal now completely or officially off the table? Has Senator Zubiri even responded to that suggestion?
Sean, with the Senator Cynthia Villar's statement that she's no longer interested in Senate presidency, the concept of term sharing is totally off the table now. And since Senator Villar is no longer interested in the position, it was not. The question is no longer asked to Senator Mig Zubiri earlier during the ambush interviews or the interviews. Sean?
For clearing up that issue, Greg. Moving on now to Senate committee chairmanships. Any updates on that? And do we know who's getting which panels as early as now?
Yes, Sean, as early as now, Senator Mig Zubiri, who will be sitting as Senate President on the 19th Congress, said they have already reserved some committee chairmanship for several senators. This includes the Senate President pro tempore for Senator-elect Lauren Legarda, Senate Majority Leader for Senator Joel Villanueva. And as for the committee chairmanship, Senator Win Gatchalian will be leading the Committee on Basic Education and Ways and Means, Senator Nancy Binay for the Committees on Tourism and Accounts, Senator Sonny Angara for the Committee on Finance, Senator Francis Tolentino for the Blue Ribbon Committee, and Senator Amy Marcos for the Foreign Relations. Senator-elect Raffy Tulfo will be leading the Committee on Energy as well as the new Committee on Overseas Filipino Workers that the Senate will be creating come the 19th Congress. Senator-elect Robin Padilla will be given with the chairmanship of the Committee on Constitutional Amendments, as well as the Committee on Social Justice. Senator Bongo will still be leading the Committee on Health and Sports. Senator-elect Cheese Escudero will be leading the Committee on Justice. Senator Bong Revilla will meanwhile be leading the Committee on Public Works. Senator Grace Poe will still be leading the Committee on Public Services and Banks. Senator Lito Lapid for the Committee on Games, Senator J.V. Ejercito for the Committee on Local Government and Higher Education, while Senator Jingo Estrada for Committee on Labor. Sean?
All right, let's move out of the legislative and into executive matters, Greg. We have 5 Duterte appointees failing to keep their posts. What happened there? What happened during the confirmation hearing?
Yes, Sean, during the earlier hearing of the Commission on Appointments, the ad interim appointment of COMELEC Chairman Saidamin Pangarungan, Commissioners George Garcia, Commissioner Amy Neri, Civil Service Commission Chair Carlo Nograles, as well as Commission on Audit Chair Rosalina Hustol, were supposed to be tackled by the powerful CA, but CA Chairman Senator Cynthia Villar said the hearing could not push through because of a lack of quorum, meaning the ad interim appointments of these 5 individuals have been bypassed by the Commission on Appointments. Thus, their positions must be vacated must be vacated in absence of the confirmation from the Commission on Appointments. Sean?
All right, I guess it should be filled by the next administration. Thank you so much for answering all our questions and for all the updates today. Greg Gregorio reporting to us live from Pasay City. Thank you, Greg. And the Commission on Elections is reminding all candidates to submit their statements of contributions and expenditures, or SOSES, by June 8. COMELEC Commissioner George Garcia told 1PH that so far, 1 senatorial candidate and at least 3 party list groups have submitted their SOSES. Garcia said that candidates who fail to submit their SOSE stand to face charges and the risk of perpetual disqualification from holding public office.
Gusto nating malaman magkano ba talaga ang ginastos, magkano ba talaga ang tinanggap kung may nagbigay, at the same time, paano ba ginastos yung pondo, may natira ba, at nabayaran ba yung karampatang buwis na dapat babayaran, lalo pat may mga supplier na involved.
In other news, Filipino workers welcome Israel's move to open up jobs in its hotel sector to foreigners. Shaila Francisco with the story.
Minerva was emotional as she finally flies to Israel today. She is among the first batch of 61 Filipino workers allowed to work in the country's hotel sector for the first time. Minerva says they were supposed to leave in 2020, but the pandemic happened. While excited, she's also sad to be leaving her kid behind.
So, halo-halong emotion na po.
Ang hirap sa 2019.
Yung nag-start po kami 2020, 2 years kami nag-antay, and then yung sacrifice, yung waiting, andito na. Personally po, hindi po ako magpapahatid sa anak ko kasi maiiyak din po siya. Maiiyak po siya kasi single mother po ako. So parang sa lola na naman siya may iwan. Para sa kanya po yung ginagawa ko, may hindi man ako magawa in person, pero yung sacrifice po, lahat para sa kanya.
Other hotel workers are also ecstatic to be given the opportunity to work in Israel's housekeeping section.
Sobrang excited po. So papasalamat po kami. Maganda po lahat. Benepisyo, yung salary po na binigay sa amin po. Malaki po yung binigay para sa amin.
Amid the high demand, the country decided to open its hotel sector to foreign labor, but only for workers in Jordan and the Philippines. Israeli Ambassador Ilan Flu says this was a result of a labor agreement between the two countries back in 2018 when President Rodrigo Duterte visited Israel. Apart from Israel saving costs, they also lauded Filipinos' work ethic. Recall that only Filipino caregivers were allowed to work in Israel prior to this.
There's a lot of appreciation for the Filipino workers in Israel. Hardworking, very loyal, and as you know, caregivers, it's a very sensitive area. You're taking care of people. You also have to be reliable and trustworthy because you are in the homes with those people. And the same is in the hotel industry. You need people that you can trust. The timing was also good because it was also during the visit of President Duterte to Israel in 2018. So basically, everything matched.
Under the agreement, the governments will facilitate the hiring of qualified workers and ensure that they receive the right benefits. Aside from a minimum of 74,000 pesos monthly salary, workers have annual leave with pay, medical insurance, pension fund, among others. Israel targets to hire around 500 workers, but all slots have already been filled out. They may, however, expand depending on the needs of the industry and the performance of workers. Amid the new opportunities, the Department of Migrant Workers reminded interested workers to only transact with the government.
Pag hotel workers po and caregivers, it is under the government-to-government arrangement at pinaka-importante po, walang placement fee. It is very minimal fee, yung lamang pong ticket nila and the POEA processing fee. So basically around 60,000 pesos kasama po yung airfare.
For now, work available in Israel is limited to housekeeping and caregiving, but other countries are also open to hiring Filipinos. There are openings for 350 nurses and caregivers in Japan, 900 nurses and midwives in Saudi Arabia, nurses in Germany, and English teachers in China. Shaila Francisco, We Are One News.
South Korean superstars BTS met with U.S. President Joe Biden at the White House to talk about Asian hate crimes. The group's visit coincided with the celebrations for the Asian American and Native Hawaiian Month. Attacks against people of Asian descent have escalated in the past few years in the United States, especially at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. BTS has constantly campaigned for social justice, using their songs to address different issues and extending donations to help various causes.
And it is a great honor to be invited to the White House today to discuss the important issues of anti-Asian hate crimes, Asian inclusion, and diversity. Thank President Biden and the White House for giving this important opportunity to speak about the important causes, remind ourselves of what we can do as artists.
Let's check in on the latest stories from around the world. Leaders of the European Union have agreed to a partial ban on Russian oil imports. European Council President Charles Michel said that the agreement will cover over 2/3 of oil coming from Russia. The other details of the agreement have not yet been released. Canada has introduced a law implementing a national freeze on the sale and purchase of handguns, including toys that look like guns. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau explained this new measure is crucial in stymieing the rise of gun violence. This comes just a week after the mass shooting in Uvalde, Texas, that killed 19 children and 2 teachers. And the Ukrainian court has sentenced 2 captured Russian soldiers to 11.5 years of imprisonment. Both soldiers pleaded guilty last week and acknowledged being part of an artillery unit that fired at targets in the Kharkiv region in Ukraine. This is the second war crimes verdict since the start of Russia's invasion of Ukraine back in February. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph, for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. Masks on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.